Two fierce rivals. It'll be the New York Yankees taking on the Boston Red Sox. And now it's out to Boston with Gary Thorne, John Kruk, and Steve Phillips.
Fenway Park in Boston. A sellout? Is there any other? When you have a guy like Dustin Pedroia in your offensive arsenal, you gotta love the potential of what we'll see in this game. I'm Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips and John Kruk as we get ready for MLB on 2K Sports. We're gonna see Clay Buchholz pitch. And Steve, what's he got in his mind now as he pitches against these Yankees?
They got a pretty good right-hander on the mound in this one, but facing this amazing offensive team. So he's got his work cut out for him a little bit, which means he really needs to work ahead in the count. If he falls behind, this is a lineup that can make him pay. He's going to have to be on top of his game to come away with a W.
Here's the lineup for the Yankees. Any of these bats stand out, John?
Well, Curtis Granderson used to be almost an automatic out against left-handed pitchers, but he's starting to figure it out. What he's become, though, is that 40-homer power guy that I never expected from a guy with his build.
Play ball! And our leadoff hitter is Ichiro. The pitch from Buchholz pops him up. This one towards Drew. One away. Here's a look at how the Red Sox will line up defensively. John, keeping an eye on anyone?
Well, Stephen Drew isn't that big, flashy, dive all over the field, make the outstanding play that gives the oohs and ahs from the crowd. But hit the ball at him, he's going to make that play more often than not. Maybe one of the best shortstops at the routine play in all of baseball.
And it's Derek Jeter in the box now. A few years ago, everybody was asking, is that it? Is Jeter done? He had a career low season in offensive numbers. I think that really egged him on, and he just came back to being the Jeter that we've seen before. And the pitch from Buchholz, too far inside for a ball. And for Jeter, he really has nothing left to prove. Steve, he just goes out there and works the way he does because that's his makeup.
With so many things that went wrong for the Yankees last season, one thing that went right was Derek Jeter. What a leader. They needed leadership. He got it done with production on the field. He still has some baseball left in him.
Now the 2-0. There's a ground ball. Pedroia.
You're out of there.
2 away. Chance here comes with 2 away for Robinson Cano. 25 career ABs. He's had 12 hits off Clay Buchholz.
And he's the first one to the ballpark, and he hopes this pitcher shows up because when he does, he knows he's getting some hits.
Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. And there's Ellsbury for the 3rd out. Quick half inning there. It's over. 5 pitches. And the Red Sox getting ready to start this one off. And Andy Pettitte gets ready to throw. He'll be the starter for New York. And Steve, as he gets into this Boston lineup, what are we going to see?
A good-looking lefty on the mound right here against a lineup that can put some runs up on the board. So pretty even matchup. So it's going to come down to which side executes better than the other. Oftentimes we say good pitching can beat good hitting.
Red Sox Nation, baby.
He delivers. And it's 0-2. Ellsbury cut it down, protect.
Well, that's just an absolutely great pitch. You wonder why the batter swung through it. If he can continue to throw that pitch right there, they're not going to hit that one today.
Foul!
It's hit foul by Ellsbury.
You're out!
And a swing and a miss, strike 3 on Ellsbury.
Well, 2 strikes, you have to try to fight off this pitch. You have to think away and adjust in. They went away, but he couldn't make contact.
We've got a chance to show you the Red Sox lineup. Now, John, anyone in particular we should keep an eye on?
Well, you'd love to see Stephen Drew put together a full season and reach his potential. It hasn't yet worked out, but he has all the ability to be one of the best shortstops in baseball.
And the pitch is taken by Victorino for a strike. Well, when you're pitching for one of the best offenses in all of baseball, you can get away with a few mistakes. And a good portion of the games, that's what happened. The Yankees staff last season, no slouches. They held their own. Now Andy Pettitte went after him, got the strike. It's 0-2. And the Yankee pitching definitely in the upper half as far as staffs go. And they had to face some adversity.
Boy, adversity for sure. I mean, their bullpen came together when they lost Mariano Rivera to that knee injury. And their starters were a mix of young arms and veterans, and they found ways to go deep into the games to protect that bullpen.
And it's caught, play by Granderson. And the Yankees in the field. Here's a look at their defense. And scouting those fielders, John.
Well, the unquestioned leader of this ball club, Derek Jeter, he's the guy you got to look at. Look, he's aged. Yes, he's lost some range, but what he makes up with his lack of range, he now makes up with intelligence. Knowing his pitchers and knowing their hitters, he positions himself spectacularly in the game. That's why you rarely see him out of position.
And here's Dustin Pedroia. Lifetime average .320 against the Yankees. The pitch from Pettitte. First pitch, a fastball. That's in there for a strike.
The pitcher really rearing back and throwing. He's got everything working now, commanding the strike zone with that fastball.
Strike two with that. No balls, two strikes. Pedroia now shorten the swing, shorten up on the bat.
He's a free swinger on the 0-2 count, so you've got to think to yourself, don't give him anything too good to hit.
Ball. Good slider that time. Ruled the ball. 1-2.
On this 1-2 count, the batter has to protect the plate. The numbers indicate he's willing to chase if you throw it out of the zone.
Pedroia will foul that one away. And Pettitte with a 1-2 delivery. Pedroia fouls off another.
Well, a 1-2 count, that pitch on the outside part of the plate. Borderline pitch. You still don't know if it's going to be a ball or a strike. The last thing you want to do is take that pitch for a called strike 3.
Fastball called. Strike 3, and the side is retired. And a good half inning there, gone in short order in this one. Still scoreless in Boston. And conditions here this afternoon, pretty nice. Few clouds overhead. And it's Mark Teixeira now. He'll lead it off. And it goes foul. Here's the 0-1 pitch by Buchholz. Up the middle. So Curtis Granderson will come up.
Great approach at the plate, a great swing, too. I mean, that's just one of those balls that he wasn't trying to do too much. I'm just going to get on base because there's no outs, and now the guys behind me can drive me in.
Here's the pitch. Swings, hits this one. It'll be fielded by Ellsbury. That's one away.
Well, this ball is not the left fielder's play. He's got to back off and let the other guy take it. Luckily, they didn't have a collision.
Now Kevin Youkilis batting with a runner on first. Well, the Red Sox went from contender to pretender last year in an epic fashion. They were the favorites to start the year in the American League East. They ended up dead last. A lot of questions, a lot of looking in the mirror had to go on. That's hit foul by Euclid. And with the Red Sox last in the division, 26-46 record. Are you kidding? Against the other American League East teams, Steve, that still is a number that's hard to comprehend.
Remember, even in their play against their rivals, the Yankees, they looked deflated. And the Orioles weren't very happy with their end-of-season efforts. When they needed the Red Sox to help out and beat the Yankees, the Red Sox were just missing in action in the American League East.
This one towards Drew. Two retired here. It's Alex Rodriguez at the plate, 2 away. He's 9 for 23 lifetime off Buchholz.
And he just has nothing to fool him with, Gary. Every time he sees him, he gets the good part of the bat on the ball.
Teixeira will lead off first. Ball! And the pitch from Buchholz, too far inside for a ball.
Well, a good pitch right there. He tried to get one in on his hands, but he just missed, though, in off the plate. Great pitch.
On the outside corner, 1-1.
Outstanding rotation on that pitch. Look at the mechanics for this pitcher. It comes out of his hand and just falls off the table.
Now the 1-1. Changeup misses, and it's 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Hit in the dirt. And Pedroia picks it up.
He's out.
Throws to first, side is retired. Some good work there. Clay Buchholz. He's off to a commanding start. And the Red Sox coming up next. Meat of the lineup coming to the plate. And if you just joined our broadcast, great to have you on board. 2K Sports Major League Baseball. I'm Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk. David Ortiz, Big Papi up. There's a strike from Pettit. Now 0-1. Pitch on the way. Strike 2. Ortiz will have to be careful now. And David Ortiz misses strike 3.
A good break on a 90-mile-an-hour pitch.
Well, this one was running down and away, but even if he didn't swing it, it might have still caught the corner.
Yeah, John, that pitch was pretty perfectly placed.
Nothing you can do about it.
So with one down, it'll be Will Middlebrooks. He's picked up 4 hits, 11 lifetime ABs off the Yankees. Here's a swing and a ground ball. And Cano picks it up. 2 away. And a chance here with 2 down for Stephen Drew. A swing pops him up left side of the infield, and Jeter's going to play it, and that's out number 3. So a tidy 1-2-3 for Andy Pettit. He's put in some effective pitching so far. 3rd inning coming up. Leadoff batter will get a shot at it later on in this inning. Gardner at the plate. Fouled off by Gardner. The pitch from Buchholz, too high. That will be a call ball.
Well, good movement on the cutter there, but he's got to get the ball down in the zone. He can get hurt with hitters throwing it up there.
A swing and a foul off to the right side. The 1-2 pitch. There's a swing and a smash. This one to Ellsbury. Didn't have a problem getting over there in time. And Stewart settles in. The career batting average, just 154 against Boston. The pitch from Buchholz starts him out with a fastball for a strike.
That's a solid pitch going up in the zone, that four-seam fastball. You establish different parts of the zone, and you change the hitter eye level. In this situation, he took the pitch.
And he gets under that one. And Ross comes up with it. What a catch.
This one goes right up the chute. Sometimes it's hard for a catcher to gauge these sorts of pop-ups, but he had no problem with it.
And Ichiro stands in, 2 down. He popped out his last time. Starts him out here. This one lines softly to shortstop. And Drew grabs that one, and the side's retired. 3 up, 3 down this half inning. Still scoreless in Boston. It's a nice day here. A little bit on the chilly side, but certainly not enough to detract from the game. And it's Johnny Gomes in the box now. And cut it outside. Misses with it. It's a ball.
Tried to backdoor that cut fastball, just trying to catch the outside corner. Couldn't quite get it.
Now the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Johnny Gomes. No contact to even it up.
Well, that's a guy up there who's trying to do damage with one swing. Comes up empty on that cutter.
And here's a swing and a miss. He couldn't get that one. 1-2. The 1-2 on its way.
You're out.
Strike 3, Johnny Gomes on a swing and a miss.
Well, this is where you want to go with 2 strikes on the hitter. You want to go down out of the zone. He swings through it, couldn't make contact with that one.
Gomez at the plate.
Red Sox Nation, baby.
Curveball just misses. 1-0. The pitch from Pettit. And that one outside. Gomez stays off that pitch. And that one misses outside, and he's behind 3-0.
Well, he might have the green light right here, 3-0. Let's see if he's swinging.
Ball 4, he walked him.
Off the plate outside, he's missed on 4 straight. He's got to bring it back in the zone.
And that's going to bring David Ross to the plate. He'll have his first look at the game. There's a strike from Pettit. Now 0-1.
Okay, with that walk, they put the go-ahead run on base with 1 out in this inning. You've got to be careful right here. Try to get a double play ball.
He deals. There's a swing, and that one's hit on the ground. To second for 1. And the double play, they got them both. No runs, no hits, nobody crossed the plate in this half inning, and nobody left on base. Red Sox can't get the offense going. And for those of you just joining in, I'm Gary Thorne along with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. We bring you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. And it's Derek Jeter in the box now. And Buchholz misses. That one's going to be low.
But Gary, they really can't seem to mount any offense at all. I mean, one hit through 4 innings, and you really have to look at your approach at the plate.
Lost the grip on that cutter, and it's a 2-0 count. And that's a ball. Now 3-0 for Derek Jeter. I think a green light here. His lifetime average, 261 off Clay Buchholz. Strike one to Jeter. And he takes that one and misses for ball 4.
Now it shows the confidence this guy has in the changeup, throwing it on a 3-ball count. He wanted him to chase, but he didn't go for it.
That'll bring up Robinson Cano.
Now, Gary, you don't want to do this in this kind of a situation. And put a walk on base with a guy who's the go-ahead run in the game. That's a mistake.
First pitch on the way here.
Ball 1.
That's in the dirt. He traps it. And what he's done here in this situation with the walk coming where it did, Steve, is really give the offense a lot of options.
As a pitcher, you can't try to miss bats. Go at them, throw strikes, make them put it in play, let the defense work.
Pauses, and now the 1-0.
Strike one.
And Robinson Cano with a swing and a miss. That'll even up the count. His batting average, lifetime, .310 against the Red Sox. Here it comes. Cano, he got all of that one. You're not going to see that one again. Home run. The Yankees are on the board. And so they jump out to the 2-0 lead. Wow, what a great time for a 2-run shot like that. Let's take a look at the change in the win expectancy brought on by that 2 RBI homer.
Now, Gary looked like he was setting on that pitch. He got it and drove it out of the park.
What they're going to want to do in this ball game now is take advantage of that and build that momentum up.
Now, they need to still be aggressive out there and go right after it. Well, for the Yankees, they've done what they had to. Gotten the big hits, as we've seen so far, to put themselves out in front. They have the momentum now, so let's see if they can keep it going.
Fresh count on to Sheriff. Here it comes. And the pitch from Buchholz, too far inside for a ball. Boy, the home run, really a bullet point right now that has this pitching needing to be very careful.
Yeah, they don't want to see this game get away from them early.
And they'll be gripping the ball a little tighter to make sure they can keep the ball in the yard. And that'll set down to Sheriff.
A well-hit ball. The second baseman easily takes care of it, though. Throws it over. This guy makes it look easy.
One out, Curtis Granderson at the plate. I remember when Granderson first came up with the Tigers, a leadoff hitter, a far cry from where you see him now in the middle of the lineup. Now, it's not about walking. It's not about striking out. It's about home runs. The pitch from Buchholz. First pitch, a changeup outside, 1-0. Granderson really has seen his home run totals skyrocket over the last few years, Steve. His walk totals, though, have gone up. You figure pitchers don't want to pitch to him.
Well, listen, the one thing you know is, too, if you make a mistake, he's going to hit it out of the ballpark. Tremendous power. That's a great fit at Yankee Stadium. I know strikeouts are a problem, but home runs certainly satisfy the manager.
1-1 on the way. 1-1 pitch is a cut fastball taken for a strike, 1-2. And a moment here to see how this pitcher has been mixing up his pitches.
Well, he's done exactly that. He's changed speeds, he's mixed up all his pitches, and the great thing is he's throwing them all for strikes.
It's unpredictability. The hitters can't think along with him. They don't know what he's going to throw next, keeping them off balance.
Changeup swung on and missed. That's the out, number 2.
He pulled the string right there. Must have been looking for the fastball. Swings right through the changeup for strike 3.
So for a chance, Kevin Youkilis, 2 down. Hitting .417 lifetime off the Red Sox. And he starts him out.
Foul!
That's it, foul by Youkilis. Here's the 0-1 pitch by Buchholz. Swung on, driven hard by Youkilis. And he drops back to the warning track to pull it in. 3 innings to nothing, and now here in the 4th, the runs. The Yankees lead it 2-0. It's Jacoby Ellsbury to lead us off. The pitch from Pettit, headed for the middle, and it is in there. That's going to bring the tying run to the plate. So that brings up Shane Victorino.
Well, this guy's got a lot of speed over there at first base, and it's not going to be surprised to see him off and running to try to steal this base.
How's he attacking on the first delivery? Let's look here.
Talk about the importance of first pitch strikes. Well, this shows you here he's retired 6 hitters in this game after he's throwing a first pitch strike.
And starts him out here. Let's let breaking ball go outside for ball 1. Lifetime numbers 5 for 9 off Pettit.
Here we go, James.
Here's the 1-0. Victorino, he'll foul it away. Here's the 1-1 pitch. 1-1 pitch, slider, taken for a strike, 1-2.
Well, his sliders is put away pitch on a 1-2 count. He tends to go with it.
And Pettit with a 1-2 delivery. That one sails by Shane Victorino. He's caught, he's gone. That's working in a hurry right there. He didn't mess around wasting pitches.
Well, what that pitch selection did, Gary, was keep the hitter off balance. And when you don't waste pitches, you put the hitter back on his heels.
Runner on here for Dustin Pedroia. Another year of relative health for Dustin Pedroia, always consistent in that lineup, creating runs, getting on base. He's a very tough out. Now the first pitch. Ball. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. And with Pedroia's relative health on the year, 141 games. That's a total you'll take out of him anytime you can get it. There's contact. He drove it well. This one towards Granderson. Out number 2. And that will hold him at first.
Oh, he got a pitch to hit right there, but just a little bit out in front. Sends an easy fly ball to center field for the out.
David Ortiz stands in, 2 down. And in this matchup, lifetime 375 off Andy Pettit. Ellsbury's on at first. On the way. And it's a called strike to Ortiz. And when you're having a day like this guy is on the mound, it takes a lot of things to be going right for you. Here's a look at his strategy on mixing up his pitch types.
Well, there's no doubt about his command in this game today, doing a great job of alternating his pitch choices.
And you have to give some credit to the catcher as well. They're working together, effectively going through these hitters, knowing how they want to attack them.
Ooh, tough to lay off there, but it's 2-1.
And here's one lefty that he just absolutely demolishes. Very good numbers against him over his entire career.
The 2-1 pitch.
Ball three.
And now Ortiz has the 3-1 count. You do not want David Ortiz to see a strike at 3-1.
Well, even though you're 3-1 in the count, you still have to be patient at the plate. Make him throw a quality pitch. If he does, be ready for it. And if you're the pitcher, you better not throw anything down the middle and hope he's taking it, because he can take you out of the yard.
Throws on to first, side is retired. Andy Pettit working his way through another solid inning. He keeps the shutout going through 4. He's got some run support as well. Through 4 at Fenway. Latter third of the lineup coming up. Look at the ball game from the viewpoint of Joe Girardi. He has to be happy with the work on the mound, especially that last inning. Insurance run, so important.
Ball.
And Alex Rodriguez to bat. And the bottom half of the 5th underway here, 1-0. Well, guys, you know, one of the more interesting types of analyses here, look at his location distribution.
Well, we've been watching him go high, go low. He's forcing this lineup to think a lot, and when hitters think, they're done.
And it makes it hard to swing confidently when they don't have their bearings in the box. They don't know location or speed, and right now they're just swinging over the top of everything.
Here's the 2-0. Ball 3, and you know, 3 balls. Rodriguez can be very selective here.
This cut fastball is a very effective pitch for this guy because it allows him to set up all of his other pitches.
The pitch from Buchholz.
3-1.
And now Rodriguez, a 3-1 count. He's hit .283 lifetime off Boston. There's a swing and a ground ball. Gomez. And he'll step on the back. That'll be the first out.
You have to have good hands and good feet at first base. He has both as he scoops it up and takes care of it himself.
Now batting with 1 down. Here's Brett Gardner.
Well, kind of a lost season for Brett Gardner in 2012. 16 games before an injury to his elbow shut him down. He's a guy, though, that his speed could be a real asset for the Yankees this year.
And here's the first one. Fouled off by Gardner. And Gardner with close to 50 stolen bases each of the last 2 years, looking to run even more last season, but seemingly, John, just didn't get a chance.
And the thing with Brett Gardner is he plays Major League Baseball with his legs. That's his strong suit. That's his forte. And he didn't injure a leg. It was an elbow injury, so his legs will be back in 2013.
And Buchholz is wide that time. That's going to be a ball.
Well, that's where you look for a changeup from the pitcher away in the strike zone. And if they look for it and get it, they can really shoot that thing the other way and do some damage.
Line drive left of the bag and foul. Gardner fighting off another one here in this at-bat.
Well, you know the pitcher wants to get this strikeout right here, but the last thing he wants to do when he's ahead in the count is make a mistake. And the more balls he keeps fouling off in tough situations, the more chance of a mistake coming. Pitcher has to keep his focus right here.
The pitch from Buchholz. A fly ball. This one to Ellsbury. As he gets to it for the out.
The center fielder has a good angle to run this one down. He calls off the left fielder. Great catch.
And Stewart settles in. And he'll start him out. And Buchholz is wide that time. That's going to be a ball.
Well, he missed with the first pitch, so I bet he's going to come back with the fastball right here, as he's done in the past.
Spotted by Ross. And Buchholz's pitch, that's out of the zone. Cutter misses badly, down 3-0.
Well, he didn't chase that one. That pitch down and away. Good movement on the cut fastball. He just laid off of it. It's a pitch with 2 strikes. You better be swinging at, though.
Foul!
Stewart's going to foul that away.
Strike
Got a
2.
full count now. Swings and misses on a fastball. Buchholz readies the full count pitch. Fouled away.
Foul ball!
Here's a big pitch to Stewart.
Ball 4.
And that one misses. That's going to be ball 4. Toss the bat aside and head down to first.
Well, some control issues right now for the pitcher. He's got to get locked in and back in the zone.
That's going to bring Ichiro up. Last time up, flew out. And gets set for the first pitch.
Ball 1.
And Buchholz is wide that time. That's going to be a ball.
They tried to go backdoor with the curveball right there, but just couldn't catch the outside corner.
Ready with a 1-0. Ichiro swings and misses. Count is even.
At this point of the game, he's got to be more efficient than what we're seeing right here. Up over 20 pitches in this inning, and he needs to get back in that zone.
Hit up the middle. Picked up by Drew. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. So they can't push any across here in this half of the inning. The Yankees 2, Boston nothing. Middlebrooks in the batter's box.
Pettit has his great stuff with great execution. This lineup is walking back to the dugout.
Foul!
Well, pitchers love to say, whether it's in the strike zone or not, if hitters go after it, they're happy. That is the story illustrated here, showing the success and how he's been fooling these batters as they chase pitches.
Well, one of the best ways to see if a pitcher's fooling the hitters, strikes out of the strike zone, and look what he's doing here.
Well, that's the key, Steve. Anytime you can get guys swinging the balls out of the zone, you know you're going to have success. He's been doing that today.
Middlebrooks watches it low for a ball. The 2-1 offering from Pettit. Middlebrooks ground ball. And it gets through. Now the tying run at the plate. That will bring Stephen Drew up.
Well, the way this inning is starting off right now, it looks like there's going to be some good production coming out. 3 outs to go and already someone on base.
Then this is his 8th season. First pitch to him. And he watches the low pitch from Pettit.
I like the way that ball came out of his hand. Good action, good movement, and good depth. Starting at the knees, going out of the zone, the hitter showed good patience.
Here's the pitch. Holds up, but it's a called strike. Evens the count at 1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss on the slider. 1-2. One-two pitch coming. And a good eye there by Stephen Drew laying off that one. It's even. Fastball is low that time. The count runs full.
Hey, man, that was a close one right there. He drilled that fastball in nice and low, just a hair too low. Give the hitter credit for laying off that one.
Ball 4.
Lost him. Ball 4. Potential tying run is on.
So many guys just go up to the plate and swing just to swing the bat. This is what you call a professional at bat. He was patient, he worked the count, he worked the pitcher, and he got that free pass.
The opportunity now goes to Johnny Gomes.
Oh, Gary, that walk right there is the tying run in this game. That's not how you want to make the opposition do it. Make them earn it.
Drew's running at first base. Runner on second, Middlebrooks. Big cut at that one, and he missed it. 1 strike. Stevie knows he's really got to pitch now. He's put himself in a situation where he's really brought pressure on himself.
These are the type of innings you get really big on you right here. It's about damage control. I know you put the tying run out, but you've got to bear down right here.
And he throws on to second for the force. What a play. Well, here's a double play that looked like they ordered up.
Great turn and throw him at second base. He was ready to make the play. An example of a nicely executed double play.
Gomez at the plate. Well, it's truly been a tremendous day on the mound for this man. Here's a breakdown of how he's been mixing up his locations, using that to his advantage.
His command and control have been solid. Not perfect, but the great pitching coaches will all agree that when you can mix locations along with pitch types, that you have the greatest chance of success each time out on the mound.
And John, this is a game of adjustments, and the hitters have not been able to adjust to the location and the rhythm of his pitching.
He waited on that first pitch and took it. It's 1-0. Pettit delivers the 1-0 pitch. Fouled off.
Foul!
And that one outside. Gomez stays off that pitch. The 2-1 offering from Pettit. That one's low. Gomez does not go. The pitch from Pettit. And it's a called strike to Gomez.
He throws that cut fastball up and into the hitter. Kind of surprised him. He couldn't offer at it.
Pettit readies the full count pitch.
You're out!
Cut fastball, swung on and missed. Side retired. They get a man to third, but can't bring him home. Yankees maintaining their advantage. And Derek Jeter up. And he throws the first one. Called strike. Buchholz takes it to 0-1.
The guy's looking at the numbers on his pitch tendencies. I think he's going to come back with a fastball right here.
The pitch. And Jeter watches that one go by. The count is even. That swung on, hit on the ground. And Drew picks it up.
He's out.
One away now. One away. Let's get a look at Robinson Cano. Pretty good day so far. 1 for 2 off Buchholz.
Well, we're going to see what kind of confidence he has in his cutter right here, if he's going to throw it or not. Last time he threw it, he took him yard.
Well, that 2-run job he hit last time out is still sitting in the back of both their heads.
Here it comes.
Foul!
Cano's going to foul it away. Here's the 0-1 pitch by Buchholz. And with 2 strikes on him, Cano, a good contact hitter, will just look to put it in play.
Credit the catcher on that one. That's a good low target setting up, and he hit the target. Good execution.
Swings and grounds this one foul, wide of third. And And a great pitch catches Robinson Cano looking. That'll be strike 3.
This one tails down. Look at it just dropping off the table right there with a big break at 83 miles per hour.
Now you like doing this as a pitcher when you can place it down and in like that. Boy, that is tough to hit.
Well, it came down and in on him a bit. Just caught enough of the strike zone to get the call from the umpire.
Mark Teixeira is at the plate. 1 for 2 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch. Swings, lines this one back up the middle, and it gets down. That's hit number 2, making good contact. So Curtis Granderson will come up.
Boy, after 2 outs, they finally got a man on board right here in this inning. So let's see if they can get back-to-back hits going and maybe get some momentum.
His last at bat, he ended with a swinging strikeout. First pitch of the AB.
Ball.
And he lays off the pitch outside and low, ball 1. Career batting average is only 133 off Clay Buchholz.
When you look at the numbers he has against him, and this might be one of those days he goes to Matters.
Swings, hits this one very high, in the air, deep left center. And goodbye, home run, and the Yankees have extended the lead. Now a 4-run ball game. They just doubled their lead on that one.
Well, right now for the Yankees, they've had some good hitting, and everything continues to go their way as they have more runs up to the board.
Here's the first delivery to Euclid. Cut fastball swung on and missed. 0-1. And Steve, this lineup capable of even more damage, evidenced by the home run we just saw. It's another dent in the emotions.
Talk about pressure for run support. This is probably a turning point in this game. If they can't settle it down, they will let this team run away with it.
And maybe, John, we're almost to the point where might be able to get some subs into this game if they get a couple of more runs on the board. And Kevin Euclid watches that one go by. It's even. The 1-1 on the way. And Buchholz's pitch, that's out of the zone. Two-one pitch.
Foul ball.
That's it, foul by Euclid. The pitch from Buchholz. Swing and a miss. 3 strikes on Kevin Euclid, and he's gone. Take a look down there in the bullpen. They've got a lefty up and throwing.
Well, I don't see him coming in just yet. I mean, with a righty in the on-deck circle, I don't think that's the matchup they want.
Well, they add a couple more runs here and extend their lead even further. Yankees with some breathing room, up by 4. End of the order, ready to do some work at the plate. And if you just joined us, our broadcast of Major League Baseball on 2K Sports with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. I'm Gary Thorne. And in the batter's box, it's Ross. And he throws the first one. There's a strike from Pettit. Now 0-1.
But Gary, he's not felt any pressure out there on the mound, and the defense has not felt that much pressure either. With only one runner left on base, and we're moving through the middle part of this ball game, so they're doing a nice job shutting down this offense.
One and two.
And Ross lets it go outside for a ball.
Now, when he's behind in the count, he's just not a good fastball hitter, so I expect him to attack him with the fastball.
And Pettit with a 1-2 delivery. Oh, thought he had him that time. Holds off, though. It's 2-2. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss on the slider. 1 out.
Now he helped him right there with 2 strikes. He gets the slider, but he chases it out of the zone for strike 3.
And it's Jacoby Ellsbury now, 1 away. His last at bat, he picked up a single off Pettit.
But maybe you got to go with the breaking ball out of the zone. He got a hit on it last time. You just don't want to lay it in there again and give him another chance to drive it.
Here's the delivery. First pitch way out of the zone, ball 1.
Well, he's one of those pitchers that doesn't like to fall behind, and when he does, he wants to come right back in with that fastball, so you got to be ready for it.
The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a ball pop foul down the right field line.
Foul!
Up the middle, and that'll put Ellsbury on first. So that brings up Shane Victorino.
Well, that's all you can ask your hitter to do. Find a way to get on base, and he does with 1 out. That base hit right there. A little bit of momentum. Let's see if they can move him around and possibly score a run.
Very happy manager when he sees this name in the lineup. Here's the first pitch. Strike 1. Pettit gets him swinging.
Shane Victorino, a longtime part of the Philadelphia Phillies, moved last season at the deadline. He still has speed and grit and can be a factor on the base pass.
Here we go, Shane. Let's go, Shane.
And with 2 strikes on him, Shane Victorino does not want a K here. And for Victorino, he didn't hit for power or average as he had in the past. 11 homers, 255 in the season. Still has some legs. Does he still have the game, John?
Well, the bat has slowed down a little bit, in my opinion, but the legs haven't, and I think that's a big part of Shane Victorino's game, and I think he has to figure out a way to change his approach to play, hit the ball the other way, utilize his legs, and just try to hit more singles and steal more bases.
The 1-2 pitch.
You're out!
Big swing and a miss on that pitch. Shane Victorino took it, and he's gone. Little warm-up action going in the bullpen. That's a right-hander up and throwing.
Well, they're going to wait for the right-handed hitter on deck to get announced, and then they'll probably make the move to the pen.
Runner on here for Dustin Pedroia. Lifetime 225 off Andy Pettit.
Well, and this is one lefty he just doesn't like to face. He's never really had a good at-bat against him throughout his career.
He delivers. Swung on by Pedroia. Strike 1. Well, when you put a game together like we've seen here from this pitcher, it only comes with throwing a lot of quality strikes. Here's how he's getting it done.
When you're pitching as well as he has, you got the confidence factor on your side. We've seen him stay out of the middle of the plate, and that's important.
Well, their plan coming into this game to attack this lineup is really paying off right now.
Here's Ellsbury taking off. And that's another foul ball.
Foul!
That's a hard-biting curveball right there with great break. Awfully tough to put in play. Swung right through it.
Ball!
And Pedroia takes it low for a ball.
Good spot there. Just down a little bit out of the zone. Tried to get him to chase. He wouldn't go for it.
The 1-2 on its way.
Ball!
And Dustin Pedroia watches that one go by. The count is even. He sends this one in the air towards center. That'll do it as they put that one away.
Now he's bringing it today. Got control of every one of his pitches, keeping the hitters off balance the entire game. They just can't seem to find any answers.
Still unable to score. Boston still a 0. Bottom 3 due up next. And if you're just joining our 2K Sports Major League Baseball broadcast with John Kruk and Steve Phillips, I'm Gary Thorne. And it's Alex Rodriguez now. He'll lead off the 7th inning. Swings and grounds this one to the right side. Foul. Rodriguez fouls off another. The pitch from Buchholz. And he fouls another one off. And that's high, 1-2.
Well, the starting pitcher right now is over 80 pitches, and this is a time when the manager and the pitching coach have to keep an eye and see if his velocity is dropping. If it is, you might want to think about getting him out.
And Rodriguez looks at that one for a ball. That'll even the count. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. Gomes to field this one. Able to glide over. Not much of a problem on that one. Now batting with one down. Here's Brett Gardner. These at-bats, how's he starting them? Let's take a look.
Well, how critical. Time and again we talk about it, Gary, and that first pitch is so important to a pitcher's efforts against a hitter. It allows him to work the sequence of strikes if he gets a strike one. If not, he's got to come back in the zone and the hitter tees off on it. 4 runs scored today off that.
Here's the first pitch. First pitch is a cutter. Looked at 0-1.
Now that he's ahead in the count here, Gary, I'm looking for him to go to the curveball and try to punch him out.
Ball.
And Buchholz is wide that time. That's going to be a ball.
Foul.
It's fouled away. One-two pitch coming. Cutter called strike 3. He knew it too. 2 down.
Now we're going to get another look here at that cut fastball here on K-Cam.
Well, he gets him looking on a beautiful pitch for the strike.
It just froze him, and he knows it. Not an easy pitch, but you still want him taking a hack at that one.
Stewart is the batter now.
Well, if you can get a start like this every time out from your starting pitcher, you're going to take it. He kept you in the ball game, pitched pretty well, and now turns it over to the bullpen.
Drew a walk as last time. 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch was a strike. 0-1 now.
You can really stay out of big trouble in the big inning if you can spot your fastball down in the zone.
Stewart's going to foul that away. And there's Middlebrooks for out number 3. Not a lot of action in this half inning. Nothing on. It's 7th inning stretch time in Boston. Cleanup batter due up next. David Ortiz leads it off. He was set down with a ground out in his prior at bat. And the first pitch. And he watches the low pitch from Pettit.
Now, Gary, it's tough to score when you only get 3 hits. We're deep into this ball game, and they have just not been able to mount any pressure against him today.
1-0 on the way. Swung on, the drive by Ortiz. And gone, a home run, and the shutout is finally broken.
Well, the shutout broken up right there, but I tell you what, no shame in the performance he's given in this one. He's been outstanding. Oh, Gary, it's a pretty good pitch down in the zone right there, but he was able to go down and get it.
This is a lesson learned about this hitter. Apparently the low ball's not going to go on the ground.
Well, the pitcher doesn't like that. He thinks he made a pretty good pitch there. But he'll have to get it up next time. Well, for the Red Sox, they've cut the lead and are looking for more. It shows how just a small change and a few critical at-bats can change the whole fortune of a ballgame.
Middlebrooks gets set. Here's the first pitch. There's a strike from Pettit. Now 0-1. And as positive as a home run can be, Steve, right now it's got to be about base runners and more long balls.
Well, but they have some confidence. They know they can get to this pitcher. Now they have to try to go at him.
A swing and a fly ball to left center field. And it's in there, base hit. Middlebrooks keeps running.
They tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but it gets blasted right back for the base hit.
But the way he went after that in the box, Steve, it looked like he might have been guessing down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to make contact behind in the count. He got a pitch over the heart of the plate and took advantage of it.
The pitch from Pettit just missed with a fastball, 1-0. Well, it's keeping up with the hit trends in this one. Let's take a look at the pitches that he's thrown on the mound that have been put in play.
Oh, this guy's 12-6 curveball's been hit 3 times.
You know, with the hits he's given up off of that pitch, I don't think he's going to use it much more as he works his way through the lineup. But overall, you've got to be pleased with how he's competed.
Now a swing and a shot toward second. Throw one to first in time, one away.
This was an outstanding performance today. I mean, that's good starting pitching right there. He won't be able to finish what he started, but he pitched a heck of a ball game.
The career average, 275 off, and gets set for the first pitch. That one fouled off by Gomes.
Foul!
Gomes fouls off another one. This is popped down the right field line. Should be room. 2 down here in the inning.
That's a good pitch right there. He gets it to sky one to the right side, and an easy play for the first baseman. Gary, it's strength against strength right now in a critical situation.
A swinging strikeout ended his last at bat. Runner on second, Middlebrooks.
Foul ball!
It's fouled off. 0-1. Chamberlain kicks and delivers. And that one outside. Gomez stays off that pitch.
Trying to get the ground ball out, you throw that two-seam fastball away from the hitter, trying to get him to reach and roll over it. He laid off of it here.
Outside for a ball, and it's 2-1. Swing and a miss, a little tardy on that one, even at 2.
2-2 count. You still have a pitch you can waste, and you can make one of those borderline strikes and see if you can get him to chase it.
Fastball swung out and missed, and the side's retired. A little warm-up action going in the bullpen. That's a right-hander up and throwing.
Well, they're going to wait for the right-handed hitter on deck to get announced, and then they'll probably make the move to the pen.
Narrow their deficit a bit. They pick up a run on the dinger. Boston, now they're trying to put some pressure on and cut into that lead. Top of the lineup coming up. And it's Ichiro to lead us off. 0 for 3 to this point. And that's in there for a strike. In 13 career at-bats, 5 hits off Greg Breslow. That one hit well. Victorino's there. And that'll sit down Ichiro. 1 away. And here's Derek Jeter. Last time he grounded out. First pitch, fastball, 0-1.
A good four-seam fastball right there. You have to know yourself. He didn't think he could catch up to it. Better off to take it.
That's hit foul by Jeter. Jeter fouls off another one.
Well, even though you're in the defensive mode like this batter is, there's still no guarantee you're not going to strike out. 0-2 count, very difficult not to strike out, but he's doing everything he can. He took that low pitch to foul it off. Let's see what happens here.
And Jeter watches that one go by. The count is even.
Gary, if I'm the pitcher in this situation, I'm going with slider. He struggles with it, and it's one of my better out pitches.
That ball swung on, contact made. Ellsbury to field. That's the second out. Chance here comes with 2 away for Robinson Cano. And a home run back in the 4th inning. Cano's going to foul it away. Cano not fooled by that. Count is evened up. Here's a swing and a ground ball. And Pedroia picks it up. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. And they go quietly offensively in this half inning. Nothing across. Yankees 4, Boston 1. And in the batter's box, it's Ross. And we've got David Robertson out on the mound as they make the pitching swap. Swings on that first pitch, misses the fastball, 0-1.
Obviously getting late right now, Gary, and I think that from the pitching perspective, you'll trade an out for a run at this stage of the game, understanding that for every out you get, you're closer to winning.
Swing and a miss on the breaker, 1 down.
K-Cam registers this at 86 miles per hour, some pretty good break. All right, chases the breaking ball for strike 3 right there. You got to lay off it.
And it's Jacoby Ellsbury now.
Well, it's no secret the Red Sox absolutely collapsed last year. And a big issue for them is the health and production of Jacoby Ellsbury. When he's healthy, he's as good as anybody.
And Robertson gets it by him, called strike. It's 0-1. Steve, talking about Ellsbury, he's shown that he can carry an offense 30-30 season and 11, but you wonder if they'll keep him batting at the top or move him down in the order.
Well, that's the great thing about him is he can hit anywhere. To me, I'd prefer him hitting at the top of the order because he does have that great speed, and you know, there's nothing wrong with leading 1-0 after the first hitter.
Cutter misses, and it's 2-1.
Now trailing right now, down 3 runs. You got 1 out here in the 8th. You got 5 outs left is the way you have to look at it. They need base runners. Get people on and hope somebody runs into one. A 3-run deficit, not too much to overcome.
Now Ellsbury, 3-1 count. He'll look for his pitch.
Well, this is your dream when you're in the on-deck circle before you go into the batter's box. If you can get the count to 3-1 and in your favor, you know you have the upper hand.
A high pop-up, and it's going to be Youkilis. Jeter able to pull that one in. 2 down. Here's Shane Victorino now, 2 down. Hitting at .344 lifetime against the Yankees. Strike one. Robertson gets him swinging.
Now listen, this is still doable from the offensive perspective, Gary. They're only down 3. It would be nice to have a little 2-out rally right here, pick up some runs, narrow this 3-run deficit. But understand, you can still come back and finish in the 9th. Just don't wait till the 9th.
Shane Victorino. He was not fooled by that one. That'll even it up.
Well, that 2-seam fastball has to be thrown down in the zone. You throw it up, it flattens out, and you can get hurt.
He watches the 1-1 pitch, takes a fastball, strike 2.
Now, 1-2 is a pitcher's count, so there's no reason to give him a good pitch to hit right here.
You're out.
And he catches Shane Victorino looking. That is strike 3. He will head back to the dugout. Save situation, at least for right now. So we've got the closer up, Steve.
Well, let's see if the offense has anything left in them, if they can attack the best pitcher at the end of the game.
And it's Mark Teixeira now. He'll lead it off. Singled and scored his last time around. Fastball is downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes.
Foul.
That one is fouled off by Teixeira. This one's hit high in the air to shallow right field. And it's going to be Pedroia. 1 away.
He swung hard like he wanted to drive this one, but got underneath it. Winds up just popping it up to second.
1 out, Curtis Granderson at the plate. Had a home run back in the 6th. Slider swung on and missed. 0-1.
He must not have eaten for a long time because he was hungry for this pitch. Problem was, it's a pretty good slider. You swing that hard at a slider, pretty good chances you're going to come up empty.
Good eye by Curtis Granderson. Lays off, and we're even.
Well, that's just some good old country hardball right there. 4-seam fastball up in the zone.
Good looking fastball. Called the ball, though. 2-1. Granderson, he'll foul it away.
Foul. You're out.
And Curtis Granderson swinging through it. He's gone.
A good break on a 90-mile-an-hour pitch.
And I think last couple of pitches he faced, it didn't seem like he was ready for that fastball.
Yeah, he got some off-speed pitch the previous pitch, but you should be able to expect to get the bat on that heater, especially with 2 strikes.
So for a chance, Kevin Youkilis, 2 down. 0 for 3 to this point.
Ball.
Fastball taken high. 1-0.
Oh, you freak on his now. Strike.
1-0 pitch. Circle change. That's over. 1-1.
This is why changing speeds is so important for a pitcher. You get the hitter off balance, even more effective when it's down in the zone.
Swung on and ripped towards second.
Oh, this is great patience at the plate. He lets the ball get deep in on the plate, comes in toward his hands, keeps his hands inside the ball, and drives it the other way.
You make yourself a whole different ball player if you can take the ball the other way as he just did. And here's Alex Rodriguez. On the way. The 0-0 delivery, a fastball taken for a strike. He deals. Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And that's going to do it. Victorino's there. No runs on a hit, and they'll strand him. And the Red Sox coming up next. Look at the game from the moves that have been made by John Farrell. He's reflecting right now, not likely a lot of positive reflections, however, in this game. And Dustin Pedroia up. And doing the pitching, it'll be Mariano Rivera. They've decided it was time to make a change here. Bottom half of the ninth now, 1-0 count.
I think right now they're looking to get a couple guys on and see if they can't get somebody to hit one out of the ballpark right here. So base runner's the key. Do not run into outs. Be conservative on the bases. You're down 3.
Here's the 1-0. Taken inside by Pedroia for a ball.
We're going with the cut fastball in the inside corner here. He tries to bust him in on the hands, but the ball runs back, just misses the corner.
Good action to that cutter. Called strike 2-1.
That cut fastball just ran inside on the hitter's hands. He had no chance to even get out and swing at it. Tough pitch.
Now 3-1. Pedroia's got the hitter's count.
Well, you've got to be careful right here. Look, you're down in the count 3-1. You just can't throw something in there and hope he gets himself out. This guy's too dangerous for that.
Swung on and hit. This one to Granderson. The catch, and he puts it away. Out number 1.
2 outs remaining in this game. You're up by 3 runs. I think right now you just want to make plays. Don't walk anybody and catch the ball. Get out. Straight outs for runs.
So with 1 away, here's David Ortiz. He homered earlier in the ballgame. Ball. And Rivera tries inside for a ball. Now the 1-0 pitch. Inside with the fastball, 2-0. Came with a cutter 2-0, but he missed it. 2-1.
Well, he throws his cut fastball hard, and it has that good movement. He still gets that up in the zone, was able to blow it by him at the letters.
Ortiz makes contact. That'll be fouled off. Smash towards the middle, and that will put Ortiz on first.
Well, the bottom line is that he's on base. But I tell you what, he's going to struggle mightily if he continues to swing at that pitch down in the zone, almost in the dirt.
No batting now, Will Middlebrooks. First pitch of the at-bat now.
Strike 1.
Rivera gets him to swing and miss for a strike. The pitch. And it's fouled away. And Teixeira makes the catch. And it's Siriaco at the plate. 0 for 1 thus far. Ortiz on at first base. Here's the first pitch. Line drive. That's foul towards first. Rivera with a delivery. And that's on the black for a called strike. 0-2.
Fans are on their feet right now. They know 2 strikes on the hitter. They need to keep this thing going.
Swung on, hit. Oh, off the pitcher. Wow, that was a hot shot, and he couldn't get out of the way.
Fans going home unhappy in this one. Their offense just did not get it done as the opposing pitching just shut them down. Wow.
So the honors ready to be handled out. Our player of the game, a very deserving candidate. Definitely key factor in this one, Robinson Cano.
Well, you know what they say, that everyone loves to see the long ball when you come to a game, and he certainly gave the fans what they wanted to see. He's got to be feeling pretty good about himself.
And Steve, they're able to put this one away in the record books. This is a good victory.
Hey, anytime you can go on the road and beat another major league team, you've got to consider yourself fortunate.
Well, that time again. Thanks for being with us today, Major League Baseball. For Steve Phillips, John Kruk, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew, I'm Gary Thorne. Thanks, everybody.